everyone, it's Amber, and today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for the fall in general. Not just 1 month. I'm going to be talking about the books that I really want to read by the end of the fall 2017. There are a lot of them, and probably most of them I won't end up reading, but it's just an outline and books that I've been thinking about and thinking that were really good for fall and Halloween and all that stuff. So I'm going to get right into them because there's a lot of them. The first one I have is Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. This I don't know a lot about. I know it's about a girl and trolls, and that's basically it. And I've heard that it's really great. It's a fantasy. I haven't seen this a lot around BookTube, but from some people I've seen that it's an underrated kind of really great hidden gem book, and I really want to read this. It seems like it's going to be a great fall read, and it seems like it's going to be one of those fantasy books that is an easy read, but it's also really intense and you're just like gripped and you just want to keep going. So I'm thinking about bringing this one with me to school. You guys can go back and watch my video on the books that I'm bringing with me to school to see if I end up bringing this, but this is one that I definitely am thinking about bringing because it is one that I definitely want to read in the fall time, and I'm very much excited for it. The next one I have is the Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy. This seems like right up my alley. It's very creepy and has an unreliable narrator, and it follows this girl named Mara who she did something and then she like doesn't remember anything, and her life is kind of like turned upside down and kind of trying to figure out like the mystery of it. I don't know too much about it, but I kind of like that. I'm kind of going into it on purpose not knowing much because it seems like one of those books that you just want to figure it out as you go. But I've heard the love interest, Noah Shaw, is really perfect and amazing, and I've also heard that this is a great Halloween book because it keeps you on the edge of your seat and it has an unreliable narrator, and I just think that this is going to be a great Halloween book for October, so I think I'm going to bring this one actually with me to school too. This one definitely seems like one that I will really enjoy, and I'm super excited to get into this because it seems like it's going to be the perfect fall read. This is one that's been calling to me lately. Like, you know when a book is just sitting there on your shelf and you're like, I just need to read you? This is one that's been doing that for me in the past couple of months or weeks, so I definitely want to get to this one as soon as possible. The next book that I really want to read this fall is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I've heard amazing things about this, and not only have I heard about this on BookTube, my friends that I know outside of BookTube recommending it to me, so now I feel like I really need to jump on this bandwagon. Even if I don't read the Grisha trilogy first, which I know that you're supposed to, I definitely want to read this one at least in the fall because I just think that it's going to be amazing. And if you guys haven't heard of this, if you don't know what it's about, it follows these 6 different characters who apparently are very well written and very diverse. It's kind of a spin-off or extension of the Grisha trilogy. It's set in the same universe but follows different characters, and all I know about this is that they are sent out to complete this impossible heist. That's all I know. That's enough for me, to be honest. The fantasy element and the world and stuff just seems like it's going to be perfect for the fall time, and I am very excited to read it. The next one on my list is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. This is one that I definitely want to read closer to Halloween and closer to that time of year because it seems like it's going to be a great fall Halloween creepy book. Basically follows this girl. She is on this mission to kind of like uncover who Jack the Ripper is. I don't know a ton about this. All I really know is that it is set in a Victorian era. It's fantasy. It has cool creepy things in it, obviously, because it's about Jack the Ripper. And the second one is called Hunting Prince Dracula, so I'm assuming that one was about vampires and Dracula and stuff. I think that there's a romance in this that everyone really likes, and I've heard a lot of great things about this, so I definitely want to get into this in the fall, and I think that this is going to be super fun and a really good fall read, and I'm really looking forward to this one. This is another one that I've seen on my shelf and I'm like, I need to read this right now. And hopefully I'll get to this in the fall, and hopefully near Halloween, so I'm going to try to read this near Halloween. The next one I have is These Shallow Graves by Jennifer Donnelly, and all I really know about this one is it's a historical fiction, and I have never read any historical fiction before. This one's set in Victorian New York, and it's a historical fiction about this girl that's a reporter. She's kind of trying to uncover the truth of someone's death, and it sounds like it's going to be really interesting, and I've heard great things about this, and I've never read historical fiction, so I think that hopefully I will enjoy this one. The next one on my list is The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutowski. This, I can't even tell you how long this has been on my shelf. All I know about this is that it's a fantasy book and there's this girl and she ends up buying this like slave. I've heard great things about this. I've heard it's really addicting and it's a really fun fantasy book, and I'm really excited to read this. It's a trilogy, and I've never read anything by this author. I've had this book on my shelf for ages, and it sounds like a really fun, cool fantasy book, and I've heard great things about it, so I really, really want to read this in the fall time. It doesn't matter what month I really read this in. I could see September or November. I don't think that this is a very Halloween type of book, so I'll probably save this for November or read it September, but I'm not sure. So definitely want to get to this in the fall at some point. Next on my list is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This one is an adult book. I really don't know a lot about this. It's gorgeous, but it's about witches, and that's basically all I know. My mom read it and she really, really enjoyed it. This is actually her copy of it that I'm borrowing to be able to read in the fall time, so thanks, Mom, for letting me borrow this. But I'm definitely very excited for this. This seems like a perfect October book, so I'm really excited to get into this and hopefully really enjoy it. I've heard a lot of people really like it, so I'm hoping to as well. So that is it for my fall TBR. Those are all the books that I am planning on reading in the fall. Not that I'm not going to change that probably a million times and pick other books and switch it around, but hopefully I'll get to some of them, if not all of them. I don't think I'll get to all of them, but hopefully. Let's be optimistic. So that is about it for this video. Please leave recommendations down below for other books that I should read this fall, because I would definitely love to know books that you guys really enjoyed and books that you guys think are good fall reads. I do have another video about recommendations for fall books that I am either uploading very soon or has already gone up. Those are all books that I've already read and really enjoyed and think that are perfect for the fall time, so if you guys need your own recommendations that I've already read, definitely go check out that video. I'll link it in the I button and down below. But for now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe down below if you want to see more of my videos, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!